Hello guys, here I am with you for another video. I'm José Silva from CQS, Crypto Quality Signals, and today we are going to talk about Zignaly and how to trade Binance futures with Zignaly. Okay, I had promised this video a few days ago when I did the first video covering 3 commas trading for Binance futures, and now we are going to talk about Zignaly. Okay, Zignaly is a very nice trading platform. They are on the market for a while, almost 2 years, if I'm not wrong. Their platform is very strong, very stable, although they are always developing stuff, so they have new versions almost every month with new features, new support and stuff. But this is a great platform. It's based mostly on signals. So the name Zignaly came from signals. And we are partners of Zignaly since their start. And we are very glad to announce that we are supporting trading on Binance futures using our signals on Zignaly. Okay. Before jumping into talking about the strategy or the settings and stuff, I want to give you some small warnings, as I did on the 3 commas video. Okay. First of all, trading is risky, guys. When you are trading, you are risking your money. Trading on Binance futures means trading with leverage. That means you are multiplying your profit possibilities, but also your risks, your loss possibilities. So if you don't feel comfortable with risks, you shouldn't try to trade on futures. And I'm talking about Binance, BitMEX, Bybit, Deribit, all platforms that allows you to trade with leverage. Okay, if you multiply your profit possibility, you also multiply your risks, you also multiply your chances of losing. And also when you trade with leverage, that also means you are trading with risks for liquidation. Liquidation is a very strong piece of margin trading. When you got liquidated, that means you lose all your funds. Okay, and it's very frustrating if it happens to you. So you shouldn't try the riskier strategies that risk liquidation. Okay, try to use a small leverage, use a stop loss to protect you from liquidation, because liquidation is very frustrating, is very traumatic, because you lose all your money in a single trade. Also, before moving ahead, I would like to remind you one of the main rules of the trader or investor. Only trade or invest what you can afford to lose. Don't put your basic money on trading. Don't trade with the funds you are going to use to pay your rental or funds that you need to sustain your family, especially on times like this. So if you don't have spare funds for trading that you can afford to lose, don't trade. I'm serious. Okay. That being said, let's take a look first on Zignaly and then on Binance futures and how to use them together. First of all, Zignaly offers you copy trading, which means you can copy trades from other traders. So if you find a trader that you trust, you can just copy his or her trades, and as long as they are successful, you will be successful as well. So it's a nice idea. They also offer the trading bot, which will be subject for this video, that allows you to automate your trades based on signal providers like CQS and others, and the trading terminal that allows you to place manual trades. So you choose when to start, when to stop, when to take profit, and everything. Okay. Zignaly supports what they call demo accounts, which means, which also known as paper trading. When you enable a demo account, that means you are not using your real funds. You will be trading with virtual funds, so you don't risk anything. It's very useful for testing strategies, testing signals and stuff. So I really recommend you to use this before you trade with real funds, so you get to know if your strategy is good before jumping into risking your money. They also support some testnet, which is great. So you can trade on real exchange, but with a test account. Not using real funds, but having a real communication with the exchange. And they support several signals, as you can see here, Mining Hamster, Crypto Quality Signals, and others. So you can also choose the best signals you want. Okay, they offer a trade terminal, IDs. They have a very nice team. I get to meet these guys on some conferences. They are really nice guys, and they are very professional. So that's what I want to say about Zignaly at this time. We are going to also trade on Binance. I think most of you have already opened an account of Binance. If you want to trade futures on Binance, the first thing you need to do is to enable futures in your account. To do that, you go to your wallet page, like I'm here. Just click on the future wallet here, and you have the button to enable your future account. This button will show here, although I have already enabled mine. Okay, so I can choose to open now. And after that, you can use the transfer button here to transfer funds to your futures account. You need to transfer USDT only to your futures account to trade. Okay. There are other choices. You can borrow money from Binance to trade in your futures. I don't think it's a good idea because, as I told you, you shouldn't use funds unless you are willing to lose them if it's necessary. So why borrow if you don't have? And also, if you don't have funds for trading, you can trade with testnet or demo account on Zignaly, right? For this demonstration, we are going to use testnet. So to get to Binance Future testnet, just go to this URL here. As you can see here is testnet.binancefuture.com. Look, there's no futures, it's just future. Okay, don't get wrong, because there is another website with the other domain name, you may get to the wrong place. So by entering testnet.binancefuture.com, you'll be redirected to a screen like this. Okay, and on this screen, you can register for a new testnet account or log in to your existing account. So I will register a new account here. Okay, now I can come back here. And login. Login screen very similar. So now I am logged in to my testnet futures account on Binance. And what I can see here is that I already have 100,000 USDT on my account. Of course, this is virtual, but it's an amazing amount of funds for trading, right? So it will be more than enough for us to test our strategies. So let's go to Zignaly and open our free account. Okay, so now I will register a new account. So I will put my name here. Okay, now I was taken to my dashboard. So Zignaly account creation was easier than on Binance. I didn't have to confirm anything. And now I'm ready to start. The first thing I must do is connect an exchange, right? So what can I do at Zignaly? Zignaly also operates as a Binance broker. That means I can create an account on Zignaly directly. I don't need to have an account at Binance. So I can choose here, for example, Zignaly powered by Binance, and I will create a new account. Okay, I give a new name, and then I create a new account here. But in this case, I already have an account, right? So I will add one account here, but it's a futures account based on testnet, right? I will name it my testnet. And here on my Binance testnet, I will get my API keys right here. So I get my API key from here and paste it here. And I get my API secret here and paste it here. That's it. I will add a new exchange. I could also choose the demo account, right? So it will be using virtual funds, but I want to test with the real exchange connection. So that's it. Account was added successfully. And if I come back to my dashboard here, I can see that my funds are already there. Okay, so I can see that I have what would be like 10 BTCs, right? Because BTC right now is around 9,700 USDT, right? So my next step is to connect a signal provider, right? So I will come here to choose a signal provider. It will take some time before it shows me the options I have, right? But I cannot choose any provider because I'm trading on Binance Futures. So I must choose only signal providers that provide signals for Binance Futures. In this case, I will go with Crypto Quality Signals Premium. So I will enter here to see details. And now I must put here my CQS API key, which is the key I use to connect my CQS subscription to my premium signals. So if you don't have a CQS premium subscription yet, you must first purchase one. You can do that by going to https://premium.cryptoqualitysignals.com. Okay. Right now, I will put here one valid subscription key, but before that, I will just adjust some settings on this options page. The first one, I want to accept stop loss from the signals. I want to accept trailing stop loss. I want to accept exit signals. I want to use leverage from the signal. I want to accept panic sells. I want to use buy market order. I want to accept take profit for all target from the signals. I want to accept DCA rebuys from signals up to 100% of my position, up to 5 targets. That's it. I will connect signals, but it will fail because I didn't put my API key here. Okay, so I will get my API key now. Okay, after putting my API key and connecting my signal to Zignaly, I am able to configure my settings. Okay, they came with empty, so I must fill in the settings for trading to happen, especially the position size on USDT. Okay, so I will use 100 USDT per position, which is like 1% of my funds, right? 1% would be 1,000, right? So I will use 1,000 USDT, and I will enable entry order expiration at 2 minutes. That means I don't want the trade to continue if the entry order is not filled in 2 minutes. Before moving on the settings, let me just clarify one thing, okay, guys? This is an instructional video, so the settings I'm using here are just an example. They don't mean you must use exactly the same settings. Actually, you should design your strategy based on your trading knowledge and your trading goals. Also your risk management and fund management strategy. So you shouldn't copy these settings. Okay, I'm just setting my bot so it may start to work. That's it. I have enabled to get stop loss from the signal, so I don't need to place a stop loss here. I'm also getting trailing stop from signal, so I don't need to put the trailing stop here, but I can, for example, try to use for example, scalping trailing strategy, no problem. I'm getting take profit from signals, but I can also choose to use take profit here if I want. DCA I'm getting from signals, but I can also set my DCA strategy here. For example, I want to double my position at 1% drop, and at 1.5% I want to put another $1,000 there. At 2% another $1,000. At 2.5 another $1,000. So I will be using up to $5,000 per trade, right? I use this percentage because Zignaly always calculates the size based on current position size. So it's a math thing, right? So if I started with 1,000, I put 100%, now I have 2,000. So if I put 50%, I put another 1,000. So now I have 3,000. So I put 33.334%, I put another 1,000, and so on, okay? Just use the calculator, you see that I'm right. But you can also think about doubling your position. It's not a problem. But if you put too much funds in a trade that may be closed by stop loss, that means you will lose much more. So think about it. I will use up to 10 concurrent positions, limiting 1 position per market symbol. I'm getting leverage from the signal, so I don't need to set leverage here. And then I will just save. And now my Zignaly is ready to trade, right? So if I come back to my dashboard, I will just wait for signals, and the signals will start to arrive, and Zignaly will start to trade on my behalf using my exchange funds, right? Zignaly offers me the log page. Log page is where you see what's going on about the signals in your positions. So here I can see, for example, my unopened position, my sold positions, my unsold position, why they were not sold, and stuff. In the unopened, I can see why a signal was arrived and didn't become a trade. Sometimes it's because the signal doesn't belong to the exchange I'm using, and sometimes the signal doesn't belong to the base currency I'm using. Sometimes I don't have enough funds to start to trade. So sometimes it's good to know. So that's where you look for these events. Let's come back here to signal providers. On the connected page, I can see which providers I have connected, and I can update my settings if I want. It shows it's active. My settings are good. So it's just a matter of time until I get some trades, as long as CQS issues a signal for Binance trading, okay? Binance futures trading. If I come here to my Binance testnet account, I can see if I have any open positions. They are not yet. I don't think it's good for us to stay here waiting for a signal to come because it may take 1 minute, several minutes, sometimes several hours. But that's it. That's it. You can start trading in Zignaly very easily. I won't cover other signals on this video, but I promise to do another video covering much more Zignaly features. Sorry. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching so far. Maybe I'll come back to this account in a few days and show you the results for these settings. But again, don't copy the settings. Design your strategy, and good luck by trading on Binance Futures with Zignaly and CQS. Take care, guys. Until the next video. Bye.